modern women don't want average men. So I want to pose this question to everybody. When I say modern women don't want average men, what kind of connotations come along in your mind? Like, what does that say to you? I'm going to start with Bex.
It means that women these days don't want men that are just happy being basic and average. Like, most women want a man who is earning a specific type of money. He's actually masculine because that's not the norm, and just something different to the norm. High value.
High value, yeah? Okay. What do you think about it?
Can you be more specific with the question?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I think it was quite specific and quite clear, to be honest. Like, the modern women.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know how that wasn't specific enough. But let's see what she has to say.
Women of today don't really want to date average men.
And you're asking me why?
No, I'm asking you, that title, what does that say to you? Like, what kind of ideas come in your mind when you hear that?
It means that modern women don't want to live in the mundane. They don't want the average lifestyle. They don't want to kind of... they don't want to settle with something average when they can gain something that is not average. And, like, average is a mindset that you don't even want to be even thinking about, because that already puts you in a box.
Okay.
Interesting.
We're going to expound on everything, don't worry. All right, Lois, what do you think about it?
To me, straight away, I think women want a man that's a 10 out of 10. So he ticks every single box, basically, and he's a high value man. And yeah, just the kind of man that you can show off. Say, look, he's mine.
All right. No worries. All right, Hannah, what do you think about it?
To me, I think it says that most women, regardless of whether they're average themselves or not, want a man who is above average. Above average being that he is 6 foot and makes 6 figures and in touch with his masculinity.
Okay. I like how you added the average women part, because when I say modern women, I'm not necessarily talking about high value women. I'm talking about just women of our age, right? And I believe that a lot of times average women, average in looks or whatever other factors you want to put into it, average women don't even want to be with average men as well. Like, and these are going to be men who are on their level. Do you get what I'm saying? So do you disagree with that, or do you agree with that? What do you lot think?
Usually I think, like you said, woman, average, low, high, wants a high value man. I think, like, most women want the top 10% of men, regardless of how they carry themselves.
Any other ideas about that?
Yeah, that's really what it boils down to, man. They really just have these unrealistic expectations. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these modern women, and I'm gonna be honest, bro. I've come to the realization that it's not even really their fault, man. It's social media, bro. It's social media's fault for socially programming and, you know, just making these women believe that, you know, that's every man walking around, when clearly that is not the case. You know what I'm saying? Most men don't even make $60K a year. So the chances of you finding a man that makes $200K a year is very slim, because that man that makes $200K a year, he's in the top 1% of men, and the top 1% of men is very rare. You get what I'm saying? So that's the thing, man. That's the thing that a lot of these women don't understand. You get what I'm saying? But it's nothing wrong with wanting more than average. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think what these women also have to understand is that, you know, it's going to be very hard to find that kind of man. It's going to be very hard. You know, a lot of these women are under the assumption that it's easy to find a man like that. And it's just not, man. It's just not.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think nowadays, we were just talking about this earlier, women tend to be a bit harder for them to take accountability. And in reality, every woman thinks she's a high value woman, right? Like, we're not going to have women say or admit to being, oh, I'm average or I'm low value. So in reality, high value men are looking for high value women. So if you want a high value man, then the best way to do that is to focus on becoming the right woman.
Yeah, definitely. Because, I mean, I've seen videos where women who are obviously they're not the best looking. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it like that. They're just not the best looking. Maybe they're not in shape, or maybe they just don't have the face for it, and they will have a long laundry list of requirements. And it's not even like that, the base level requirements. They will have like top 10% tier requirements, and I just laugh at it, because it's like, you're not gonna get that. You're unrealistic, and you're really putting yourself in a bad position, because you're going to disregard the guys that are probably on your level, and the guys that will probably do right by you and actually see you as a suitable partner. Do you get what I'm saying? So have you come across that in your life, whether it be online or in real life, where you've come across, let's say, just average women who kind of speak down on average men, and it's kind of like they're kind of punching out of their league? Have you ever seen that out there?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like, talk about it. What have you seen?
I think women's expectations are going up, and yet we're not becoming any more perfect. And so you have women that, there was a guy that last time when I was here that said something. So
basically, what it is that they want all the men to be perfect, have all these things going on for themselves, right? But they're not willing to put in the work themselves in order to, improve themselves, in order to attract that high value man that they desire so much. They want the man to put in all this work, all this effort to, build himself up to become the man that he deserves to be, right? But the woman, they're not willing to do their part neither. They're not willing to work on themselves. They're not willing to tap in more into their femininity, eat healthy, go to the gym, stay in shape, etc., right? It's like they want their cake and eat it too, you know what I'm saying? And that's just not how it works.
So important. He said, there are no consequences for a woman when she says she's a 10 out of 10. She's allowed to, you have that rhetoric all the time that, he asked me, what do I bring to the table? I am the table. And it's like, well, why are people treating you like a drive-through then? No one's sitting and dining at your table. What's on your menu? What are you serving? Is it appetizing? And I find that sometimes women don't look in the mirror enough and say, what do I see? Am I the kind of woman that the man I want wants to be with? They focus on the man that they want and not the woman that he wants. And so, you have a whole bunch of women that are now walking around disappointed because they're not getting the men that they want, because the men don't want them. Women can be out of shape and just doing nothing, no real ambition, all that, and they still want the best. And so you find that the best for themselves without making themselves the best.
There you go.
So your expectations are up here, but your standard for yourself is here. It's like, no, sis, take a seat. Take several seats, actually.
Yeah.
Anyone? Yeah, go on.
Yeah. So I think it's definitely okay and encouraged for women to have high standards, but so long as you're being the same standard that you set for men. And the real issue isn't that women have like high standards. It's that they're being hypocrites in expecting a man to pay for their rent and pay for their nails and pay for everything when they don't give the equivalent of value in a relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I definitely...
It's all about self-accountability. That's what it's all about. It's all about self-accountability and also choosing to do the work as well. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect the man to do all the work and then you just sit on the couch and eat candy and ice cream all day and he just cuddles you and takes care of you like you're a baby. No, you have to do the work as well to attract that high-value man. It's just that simple, man. And I'm gonna just end the video off on that point because it's no more else. It's nothing else that needs to be explained. It's really that simple. But yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all in the next reaction.